I said that I didn't like the black women that don't like me. So if you was in that category, then I was talking to you, okay?
All that time cause Miss Netta still when another bad just hit while another still pending. When Charles say he hungry, I'ma always go and fix it.
They said Miss Netta and Charles bring home $15,000 to $30,000 a month. How they know that, I don't know. But they figures are pretty close.
Miss Netta and Charles are making headlines again for yet another disturbing controversy. This social media couple has taken a page out of Kim K's playbook, and they've allegedly leaked their tape.
Y'all, why somebody just said that Netta and Charles have an adult film that was just leaked? Now, you know I love black love and all of everything. I don't want to see a link, a screenshot, a clip, I don't want to see nothing. I mean, just my head hurting thinking about it.
The reaction to the news of their tape has been a strange mix of curiosity and caution, because as much as people want to know for sure, nobody wants to actually see the video. Viewers and followers of the internet couple have come to expect these kinds of things for them, given their obsession with becoming internet famous. They've previously lied about their earnings from social media, when Miss Netta claimed that they make anything from $15,000 to $30,000 per month from Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok, even though they still live in a trailer house in the suburbs.
They said Miss Netta and Charles bring home $15,000 to $30,000 a month. How they know that, I don't know. But they figures are pretty close. But they don't pay their mortgage. Now how the you making $15,000 and $30,000 a month and you forget to pay your mortgage? Somewhere to stay? Baby, that'll be the first thing I pay. I might not pay no car payment.
They've also lied about performing at the 2019 BET Awards, when in reality they didn't even have entry tickets and were allegedly kicked out of the lobby after Charles failed to pay for a bar tab.
Can y'all believe this? Can y'all believe Miss Netta and Charles might even have a chance of going on the BET Awards, performing? What y'all think about that? See, we out here, we trying to do big things. All this little stuff that everybody trying to do and talking about and stuff, we ain't trying to do that. We trying to do big things.
Well, you know.
Miss Netta has also had beef with the black community after she made derogatory comments about them in favor of white women.
Said you don't like black women. Yes, you did. I said I didn't like the black women that don't like me. So if you was in that category, then I was talking to you, okay? But all the other people that's offended about it, they just got offended for nothing. You know, they just got offended for nothing. Because I know what I said and I know what I meant, because I have a lot of black supporters. And why would I not like black women? Well, you see my best friend over here, what color you think she is? You think she Mexican? No, she's African American. Her daddy black and her mommy is too.
This has led to a lot of conflict in booking subsequent shows for the couple, with Miss Netta claiming that she lost a bunch of bookings due to calls from her haters telling clients that she's racist.
Wanted me to come to the Dad Fest. And I'm looking like, wait a minute. How you gonna book me a day before something? I was like, that don't sound right. But they had their page set it all up professional with the jazz thing and that and everything. I'm just feeling like, oh my God. I was like, it might be true because the page looked professional. I looked it up. The dates and all that stuff match there, because I do that. I don't just sit there and say, oh, I'm gonna type back to them or whatever without checking them and see what's going on, because I gotta check them first. And if not legit, then I won't even respond back to them, because I don't got time for that. So I looked them up and stuff, and then the date correct, I was matched up and everything. I'm like, well, there might be some real people. Well, I called them and I was like, okay, well, are y'all deposit ready and all that other stuff? Then they contacted me back the next day and they was like, well, since you so, it was like, you so very unprofessional. You keep talking about money, and you're not trying to sign no contract yet. And what else they said? And we just found out that you went on social media and you talked about black women, and we found out that you called somebody a bitch, all that other stuff. I'm like, okay, all right then. Well, let me just go ahead and delete that text.
The racist allegations don't end there, though, as she's also been involved in a beef with Jamaicans after she visited the culturally diverse country and insulted their cuisines, even though she only tried food that she could get from the motel that she and Charles stayed in. This resulted in an international beef with her American fan base throwing jabs at the Jamaicans and vice versa. It was a messy experience that was only settled when Miss Netta finally apologized.
We went to Jamaica, and I can say that Jamaica food was disgusting.
Yes, when it comes to the matter of food, I think everybody is entitled to their own opinion. But you made a grave mistake, Miss Netta. You made a very grave mistake. You come for it. And even though, you know, as Jamaicans, we separate us out of many one people and such, there's one thing you must understand. It's when it comes to with nationality, all are we afraid. Miss Netta, can I call you Mr.? Mr. Netta.
Everything is shaky with these two. Even their relationship is no exception. They've had a bunch of fights and public arguments. Recently, Charles was caught flirting with a fan on stream, and that wasn't the first time, showing that he's got eyes outside. A chunk of their audience believes that he is with her for the money and clout, and he's not actually in love with her, as she so dearly wants to believe. And it seems like there is some truth to that, as we see in his reaction in this video. Charles has also been trying to do his own stuff by creating his own page that he manages on TikTok. He's also been helping Miss Netta out with their music venture, rapping and doing his part. And he even recently got abs etching surgery, which is possibly an attempt by him to look the part of a rapper, following in the footsteps of Drake and Big Sean. While there's a lot of controversy and hate surrounding the couple, they still maintain a steady enough number of viewers who still find their content entertaining. But they've not always been like this, though. Their rise to fame started with simpler, family-friendly content, where Miss Netta would cook for Charles and he would try the meal in front of a camera. It birthed the famous "Charles, your food is ready" gimmick that became a pet of their brand and has remained so till date.
Charles, your lunch is ready. Let me pull out this chair for my king. Yes. Good afternoon. How are you doing?
Fine.
Okay. So we have some steak, loaded mashed potatoes, and some broccoli.
Now, one can't help but wonder how they've gone from cooking content to now releasing a tape. But let us try and trace a line. It all began in 2020 during the height of the global pandemic, when TikTok became a cultural lifeline for millions. Amid the endless scroll of dance challenges and lip syncs, Miss Netta and Charles emerged with something different. Their signature "Charles, your lunch is ready" skits showcased Netta's larger-than-life personality and Charles' understated charm, creating a dynamic that resonated with audiences craving authenticity.
Okay, you guys, Charles' lunch is ready. Happy Tuesday, y'all. This is what I got today. I made loaded baked potato, T-bone steaks with bell pepper, onions, and mushrooms. And he got some garlic bread. Are y'all ready? We got a twist to it today. Let's go. Ready? Charles! Your lunch is ready!
Netta, whose real name is Joe Robinson, but presents themselves online as the vibrant Miss Netta, commanded attention with her theatrical delivery, often preparing meals with exaggerated flair, plates of salmon, rice, broccoli, and cornbread, all served with a side of enthusiastic humor. Netta's specific identity has been a major cause of controversy, because although she goes by the persona Mrs. Netta online, it's known that she used to be a man. And in an interview with T.S. Madison and crew on Fox Soul's TGIF segment, Mrs. Netta confirmed that she's part of the LGBTQIA community. Madison then questioned Netta if she identified as trans or non-binary, which she denied, saying she never categorized herself as none of that, and she's always been herself.
Part of the LGBTQIA community? I didn't quite understand you, but yes, I am.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I am.
Yeah, because I know, even, you know, I'm trans, so my pronouns are she and her, so I respect everybody's pronouns. And obviously, I'm not going to call you anything but she and her because you play the woman role over there frying, baking, and sauteing for Charles, honey. But so what area would you fall under in the LGBTQIA community? Are you non-binary, trans?
You know, I never categorized myself in none of that. I just always been myself, and this me, my everyday look. You know, all this my everyday look and stuff, and it's just something I just been doing ever since I was, you know, growing up in life. And I don't think I'm a whatever the other names they got. I don't like calling them, but I don't think I'm none of those. I just more be like myself, you know.
She then added that this is her everyday look, and it's something she's been doing growing up in life. She also confirms that she was male at birth, clarifying that she does not identify as transgender or non-binary, as revealed on her Facebook profile. This revelation caused a stir in Netta's fanbase, with some fans accusing her of misleading the public, especially by choosing to withhold information on her gender at birth from the public. But the issue was quickly quelled and didn't escalate further. Charles, in the earlier videos, played the role of the appreciative partner, with his subtle reactions grounding Netta's exuberance. Their food-based content quickly helped them grow their audience, as their earlier videos raked in thousands and sometimes millions of views. And then slowly they started to diversify, talking more about themselves, and especially. She would go on about their personal lives and issues, totally blabbering to the audience whenever she could.
Y'all crazy. Those of y'all put up them throw up signs, go check your boyfriend phone. I bet you I'm in there. Your man don't think I'm throwing up. Your man don't think he gonna throw up on me, baby. Baby, go check your boyfriend phone. That's what you gonna do. Go check your man's phone. I bet you I'm in your man's phone. I bet you. I bet you your last 25 cents in your deep down in your pocket. Go. That's what y'all need to do when y'all go home tonight. Go through your man's phone. I bet you I'm in your man's phone.
It was in that phase she randomly mentioned on a live stream that she made upwards of $30,000 monthly from social media, bragging about their financial status and stability, a claim that many of her viewers found hard to believe, given the couple's modest living conditions.
They said Miss Netta and Charles bring home $15,000 to $30,000 a month. How they know that, I don't know, but they figures are pretty close. But they don't pay their mortgage. Now how the if you making $15,000 and $30,000 a month and you forget to pay your mortgage, somewhere to stay, baby, that ain't the first thing I pay. I might don't pay no car payment or something. I gotta pay your lights and stuff because that's important too. But I might not pay my car payment or my insurance or something. But baby, the mortgage is gonna be the first thing to get paid.
A trailer house in Birmingham, Alabama, as well as a clip of Charles admitting to some car loan payment defaults and his savings account balance of about $1,200 left, made the whole story of them making that figure somewhat fishy.
I gotta pay your car now. Yeah, today. That's what you calling me for now. Well, that's gonna come out of our savings and gonna knock us down. Yeah, the 15.
Shit. Man.
Take away 7, take away 15. 7 take away 15 is 600.
Alright. Well, I'll just leave that there.
Subsequently, Mrs. Netta has been caught in some really sticky situations involving her finances. And every time she's in such a situation, you can almost see the insecurity in her eyes as she tries to go through it. In one video, she complains about how much she pays for cable and her phone bills, saying that she pays too much for those services. Keep in mind that this is someone who makes anywhere from $20,000 to $30,000 per month from social media alone. The numbers were obviously not adding up.
We pay too much money for this internet and cable, because I got cable too. A lot of people be like, oh, what you still doing with cable? You still watch cable? Yeah. I still got my favorite TV shows to come on. Everybody ain't about an app. I got cable too. I got cable, I got internet, and whether you believe it or not, I got a house phone. Is it plugged? No. But like Spectrum say, once you have internet, that modem is connected. You can connect a telephone up with, so you automatically have phone service. Those of y'all that don't know, if you got cable internet, if you have internet with Spectrum, you have a house phone as well too. You just got to go buy your phone and plug it up into the modem and ring. Hello, you talking. But I've been doing that for years and years and years and years, and there's really no way that you can take it off.
In another similar incident, Miss Netta is in a video talking about how she and Charles are living their lives and living their best lives, since she was already so close to 50, but still managed to make a decent living for themselves, and they were in the planning phase of their next trip where they plan to visit South Africa. She goes on and on about how they're not broke and they'll not be funding the trip from their booking money or anything like that. Instead, it's going to come from their pockets, and they actually have it like that.
We living our life. I'm gonna be 49 years old next year. Next year now, I'll be 49. I'm getting so close to 50, I want to be done said I done traveled. Me and Charles trying to plan the trip now, going to South Africa. That's what he said. He want to go to South Africa. That's what we're going to try to go. I don't know when. I ain't saying we're going to go next month or the month after or whatever. But that's what we trying to get together to go to South Africa. But we trying to live our life. We trying to live our best life. I ain't going back and forth with you people. We living our best life. That's what I'm saying. That's what we doing. So we traveling with our own money. We ain't traveling with no booking money and all that other stuff. We ain't got time for all that. Now, if we decide and we just want to go, somebody get in contact with us, know a friend that know a friend, and want to book us, then you can book us like that. But email it, that's done. I got so sick and tired of them emails last week. Well, it's Sunday. I think I did it Thursday or Wednesday or whatever. I said, forget the emails, baby. Look, because I was still getting emails. People like, Miss Netta, you ugly, you stink. I said, okay, well, I can stop all of that.
That incident was only the beginning of a series of events that would make Charles and Netta very hard to trust. Their relationship, too, has been on shaky ground with a lot of controversies and dishonesty surrounding it. Charles and Miss Netta have been accused of fabricating aspects of their relationship and public persona, eroding trust among followers. Firstly, the origin of their relationship has been a cause for debate, with some users speculating that they met in prison while Charles was convicted, but some others claimed that they met through Charles' dad, who went by Joe at the time, was a caregiver for. Apparently, Charles and Netta met at this time, and they started talking then that they became close, and soon enough they started seeing each other. But then they kept it private at first until they were comfortable enough to go public. While there are no concrete facts to back this story, nor confirmation of the story by either Charles or Netta, this remains just a speculation theorized by fans in a subreddit. The legitimacy of their union has also been brought to question by fans. Miss Netta, who goes by the title of a married woman, has claimed that she and Charles are a couple and that they're married to each other. They've even posted pictures of both of them together at their wedding. But the union has been called a sham by a number of individuals. Firstly, in the same Reddit sub that claimed that they met while Netta was a caregiver to Charles' father, another user posts a comment that says that they are not married. But Miss Netta and Charles have come to debunk these rumors by providing videos and pictures of their wedding, as well as their official marriage certificate. In an interview where Miss Netta was again asked about her marriage to Charles and its legitimacy, and she responded by bringing their official marriage certificate to show, bringing an end to the rumors of them not really being together.
I got one serious question and I'ma leave.
Okay.
You and Charles, y'all are really married.
Hold on for 1 second.
Okay, she about to pull out the... Okay, we're about to pull out the receipt!
What does that say? Everybody knows my name. Everybody knows his name and everything. This is it's in a frame. This is marriage license, real marriage license. It is what it is.
I mean, hey, that's what I like to see.
So, I mean, they keep talking about our relationship is fake. He got another wife. He don't live there. He stay in another room. Charles have another room, and it's called a game room that he goes in and he plays his game in. Me and Charles have a bedroom together, you know, so I done cleared that at one time before about the marriage license, so it should have been on that one time before. But we don't have no reason to lie about our marriage. We had a wedding. We didn't get all of that done and for nothing, but it is what it is. But to answer your question, sweetheart, we are legally married.
But that didn't just fix all their problems either, because shortly after it was revealed that Charles' real name was Rolandus, and it didn't take long for the internet detectives to find out that he has a child outside of wedlock with another woman. When the images first surfaced, the natural instinct for those people who saw it first was to deny it, well, until the video found its way out of Reddit or wherever it was hidden. And immediately once this dropped, the internet erupted, accusing and throwing shades at both of them again for hiding things from the audience. But Miss Netta and Charles admitted that they weren't trying to hide anything from anyone, saying again that it's their personal business and it's their choice to make it if they want it out there or not. Then a skit resurfaced on Facebook where Miss Netta is talking with a woman holding a plastic baby doll, and she trolls her by asking whose baby that was, to which the woman responds, "This is Charles' baby." The skit was their way of saying the info was always out there, but nobody knew because they didn't want it out there. Their dishonesty took center stage in 2024, when separate live streams revealed a staged argument. Netta berated Charles for talking to a female fan, accusing him of disrespecting her on his stream. Miss Netta would then go off on Charles for no reason. She cussed at him and someone else that wasn't revealed in the stream, talking about how they shouldn't talk about her on his live. Comments on the post suggest that Miss Netta was just mad because Charles was speaking to a female fan, and apparently Miss Netta is a jealous person. The back and forth goes on for a while before some semblance of peace is finally achieved.
I'm not worried about them, what they talking about. Like,
Baby, you don't have to answer no question to no damn body. What is your problem?
y'all chill out. Y'all chill out.
I'm not gonna chill out these. Don't run me. Get that hoe out your. I don't got time for that.
Chill out.
God damn. They don't question me this hour. This is my husband. Who the are you?
Hey, chill the
Who the fuck are you talking to?
I'm telling
I don't give a who she is.
She's asking why
I
you
don't
letting
give
them
a fuck.
motherfuckers up there. Like,
I don't
worry
care.
about
It don't matter. I'm tired of that goddamn.
Jeez, see, that's
Excuse me? What she say? I didn't say you want him. You asking questions about me. Baby, I don't go because you questioning about me. I'm on my own live. I'm not on his live. I don't give a hell. Who the you think you is?
Now, viewers of each of their live streams would have believed that they were really having a heated argument, but that wasn't the case, as a subsequent tweet later revealed that it was staged to boost the viewer count on each of their respective streams. The poster also says that they'll be leaving them in 2024. But the revelation didn't sit well with fans of Miss Netta, as they were immediately outraged, many of them following the footsteps of Carrie, the user who posted the tweet, by unfollowing them on all the platforms because of the dishonesty. But Charles and Netta didn't budge. They went on with business as usual. This pattern of deception extended to their public personas. In 2019, they claimed to be performing at the BET Awards, hyping their involvement as a major milestone. At first, they claimed that they were definitely going to walk the red carpet, and then would probably be given the opportunity to present an award or even perform one of their 3 songs, which was all fluff because in reality, they didn't even have tickets to the said event.
Can y'all believe this? Can y'all believe Miss Netta and Charles might even have a chance of going on the BET Awards, performing? What y'all think about that? See, we out here, we trying to do big things. All this little stuff that everybody trying to do and talking about and stuff, we ain't trying to do that. We trying to do big things.
They later ended up lingering in the lobby of the hotel that was used for the event. Eventually, their agents came clean with them, confessing that he wasn't able to get them the tickets they needed to get in. At that time, Charles and Miss Netta decided to leave since their dream of being real celebrities didn't seem like it was going to happen. As they stood up to leave, they were reportedly halted and detained by security at the event after Charles failed to pay a bar tab. He claimed that the payment was made, but it didn't seem like it went through, and they needed to hold on as the payment was confirmed. The payment was eventually confirmed, and they were allowed to go back to their regular lives. After that night, Miss Netta took to her TikTok live to recap the events of that night, especially the issue with the security. Again, her account of things weren't as similar to the other reports got from that night. Netta also doubled down on her delusion, and now insisted that the high ratings that the BET Awards show got were due to their anticipated presence at the awards and eventual performance. The incident underscored their obsession with appearing more significant than they were, alienating fans who valued authenticity. Then came the surprise thank you present from Charles to Netta. Sometime last year, Miss Netta and Charles dropped a video on their page titled The Thank You Surprise, and it started with Charles talking to Miss Netta in his uninterested monotone voice, sounding like a poorly paid voice actor reading a script. He said that he was grateful to Miss Netta for taking him in and taking care of him, adding that he wanted to show his appreciation for her by getting her a surprise present.
I wanted to go ahead and just say this. First off, I want to thank you very much for really just helping me out, taking me in when I needed, and looking out for me. And you know what? I'm very appreciative.
Really?
Yep. And for that, I got a surprise for you. And like I said, if you come outside and walk. Matter of fact, close your eyes.
Close my eyes.
Yep.
That is scary.
Well, good.
It's scary.
I know.
Lord.
Good.
Okay. I might need to close my eyes.
I know.
Because,
listen, just close.
Okay, because if I see something crazy, okay, I'm on the close, okay?
Fine, man, come on.
All right.
Camera recording.
When I can open them, you gonna make
He then asks her to close her eyes as he leads her outside of the house, and there he shows her the present. She acts surprised and runs to the car checking it out, confessing her love for Charles, and then hugs him as he gives her the keys.
Father, you can at least
Come
help
on.
me. Okay,
Come on.
the pause way. Oh, look at that, you hit me with the damn door.
My bad.
Shit.
Anyway, turn around, face me. I
Where
said,
you at?
how in the hell do you
Where
not
are you?
in front of you?
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Can't even use your ears right.
Okay, go ahead. I don't got time.
Anyways, you ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
What?
Now you can move your hands.
Okay.
Move your dang hands.
Oh! What's this?
What you think?
What is it?
It's your brand new
You
car.
gotta be kidding me.
Nope.
So you bought me a new car?
Yep.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. Move out my way. Move out the way. Move out the way.
Really?
It's mine. What?
Yep, that's what it looked like.
Keys. Oh. Oh, it's locked.
Yep.
Oh, it looks nice.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry, your baby go in. Your baby go in it. Keys in the house.
Oh, keys
Got-
in the house.
Yep.
That's what you got me.
There you go.
Charles. I love you.
Now, if this was any other couple, people could justify the low-level 9F emotion in the video to the fact that they might not just be that passionate for each other. But it's Charles and Miss Netta, the couple with a very extensive history of lies and pure dishonesty. So, of course, fans didn't buy one bit of the show they just put on for them. First, they pointed out that Miss Netta was clearly mouthing every word that Charles said as he said it, even as she was the one being recorded.
I wanted to go ahead and just say this. First off, I want to thank you very much for really...
At this point, it was well obvious that the audience finally caught up to her schemes and plots, and they were now a step ahead of her. Then they decided to go 2 steps ahead. Remember when Netta made those inflammatory remarks about her own community of black women damaging her reputation there? Yes, way back in 2023, Miss Netta declared on TikTok livestream that she believed that white women were smarter and more successful than black women. The same black women that made up her core audience and have supported her since she and Charles made a video and posted it. Even when they took a break from posting, the black community kept on talking about them, ensuring they didn't fall into obscurity, and gave them a lifeline to come back stronger when they eventually returned. But Miss Netta didn't remember any of that when she uttered those words.
Like, and how far they gonna be stepped. That's just like a best friend jealous of another best friend. Like, she's going to college, she's gonna be a medical doctor and all this and all that. You gonna hate on her because she's doing good in school and you gonna want to see her downfall. It's about I don't like black women and all this and all that. It ain't about me not liking black women. Y'all black women don't like black women. And it's so pointed out as so big of a narrative about what I had said, and y'all don't either. That's what I keep saying, like, y'all are some hypocrites. That's what it is. I think you'd rather go shoot a person than you will a white person. And I ain't trying to be racist here or trying to be funny. I'm just telling you the real and I'm telling you the facts. If you riding down the street for the driver, do a drive-by, you'll pop the black one before you pop the white one. True or false? True. I'm going to answer it for you. True. Black man or some black woman or whatever the fact may be just killed that person 15, probably 10 minutes ago. Because that's just how it's going to be. It's just how it's going to be. Everybody's sitting here worrying about my business and trying to put all my business out on the street and all that other stuff and trying to put my stuff on social media. What about all these white folks that doing all this bad?
When the backlash for her insensitive comments hit, she tried to lie, manipulate, and gaslight her way out of the situation again. This time she said her statement was framed as a societal observation and not a direct comment on her fan base. But the delivery was very callous, and the context, especially as it was shared with a black fan base that had elevated her, rendered it a betrayal. Netta's refusal to apologize, dismissing her critics as jealous, only deepened the divide, with many unfollowing her across all platforms.
You said you don't like black women. Yes, you did. I said I didn't like the black women that don't like me. So if you was in that category, then I was talking to you, okay? But all the other people that's offended about it, they just got offended for nothing. You know, they just got offended for nothing. Because I know what I said and I know what I meant. Because I have a lot of black supporters. And why would I not like black women? Well, you see my best friend over here. What color you think she is? You think she Mexican? No, she's African American. Her daddy black and her mom is too. You know, my mama is fully black. my sisters, my brother, my nieces, my nephews, my cousins, my friends, everybody black.
Well, after that saga, some fans decided to find a way to make her pay for her insensitive comments. And with Miss Netta, it wasn't the hardest thing to do. The routine for Miss Netta with her loud mouth and her bookings is one that isn't so professional. She would come out to announce bookings that she got on social media days and sometimes weeks before they even got to actually perform what they were booked for. In one video, she tries to call a business that she claims booked her for an appearance, not because she had any real questions or concerns about the booking, no. She was simply calling while she was live so she could show her fans that she was really booked there.
Do you think I'm calling? I'm calling from another number.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone.
Okay, I'm gonna call one more time. Will I do a talk show with Tokyo Tony? I sure will. I will. Thank you, Dana.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
And recently, some bad actors in her fanbase took advantage of her lapse in judgment and started making calls to the locations that had booked her ahead of time and started telling them negative things about her until they got her booking canceled. They would tell them things like she's racist towards black women, or that she was a liar, or just straight up telling them lies to get her bookings canceled. When Miss Netta realized this, she lost it and went on ranting on her TikTok channel. But it still didn't end there. The same bad actors in her audience now went on to start creating fake bookings for her, as she had dropped the booking email in one of her videos. One time they were able to book her to a club that ended up being just an empty parking lot, and she only found out after she entered the address she was given on her phone. She was already dressed up, makeup and heels, all ready to go to make an appearance, but was deeply disappointed to find out that it was just a fake booking. After realizing what had happened, she once again took to TikTok to rant.
I'm probably gonna stop accepting bookings because it's like it get like bad. And like I said, we ain't that hard up and desperate for no money, but we just prefer the people that's interested be professional. Because when I respond back to their emails, I be very professional and very nice to them. Because y'all know Miss Netta can be a very asshole. And me being nice to them, it kind of put me in a different level. I'll be like, oh, Lord, maybe I should have cussed them out. But that ain't the professional way. But I don't know what to tell you. When they get too annoying for me and I tell y'all that I'm not accepting any more bookings, then y'all know Miss Netta done had it. I don't got time for all that. Too much for me. And y'all just have to see me in y'all states at the store or something, because it ain't gonna happen. Because I have got a lot of emails with booking and stuff, but nobody paid a deposit.
She finally decided that they wouldn't be taking any more bookings in the interim, saying that the offers that they've been getting have not been from very professional people, and that they ended up cussing her out and she doesn't need any of that. She later in another video says that she needed a certified manager, as she and Charles were now in the celebrity world, and they required a real celebrity manager that's going to help them manage their bookings.
You know, we in I'm not gonna say celebrity world, but we are headed that way. Baby, let me shut the f up. Yes, we are. We're in the celebrity world. They say you speak in existence and it shall come. We are in celebrity world. And we need somebody that's done deal with some real celebrities, Not nobody that's going to come in and say, well, I manage this social media person. I mean, I got to see some credentials. If I can't see no credentials, then it's just not worth it. yes, you need a certified manager. I need a certified manager, somebody that's been in this industry and that's did some big things with some big people. I don't want to see that you have worked with Real Housewives of Atlanta on their set or whatever. I want to see that you actually managed somebody and y'all had some type of success, because it's money out there to be made. And I'm not going to say I'm doing something wrong, and I'm not going to say that I'm not doing something right. Like, what that means?
And the issues with their bookings kept going on like that. And it seems like it's going to remain so until they get their celebrity manager. After that, she also announced that she would be hiring some moderators for her page, saying that she sees a bunch of comments that are not pleasing and needed to do something about it. But the count of said comments was just overwhelming for her. So for the sole reason that she would be hiring some mods to manage and control the situation.
I was going to hire some mods. I started receiving emails from the day I said it. And I got to go check the emails and look at the emails and see what's going on before I just make my decision of who I'm going to hire for the mods. But I am going to get some mods on my page to get some of this terrible negativity off of this page. I don't know what's going on, but it doesn't matter. It don't matter, because this is my page. I run this page. I control this page. So therefore, whatever I don't want to see, then I don't have to see. So that's how it's going to be. I'm going to have me some mods on here. A few mods on here to get rid of something. Because as much as people say they like to watch me, I get a lot of bad feedback and a lot of bad comments. And that what kind of ticked me off, sometimes as a person reading things that people are saying. But I ignore a lot. So it really doesn't faze me, because at the end of the day, like I keep telling y'all,
the couple's most recent controversy, which is the rumored tape leak just from a few days back, has pushed their notoriety to new heights, literally all-time highs. Posts from users who know them have expressed their shock and disgust in reaction to the tape leaks, with comments like, "Why Netta and Charles got a tape out there, and I do not want to see it," with one user even going as far as claiming that watching the video made him bleach his eyes. The reaction is a mix of curiosity and caution, with many unwilling to view the alleged video but very eager to discuss its implications. The mounting speculation on X, including a post from an account @Epinith who claimed that the tape was posted on Reddit. This person also suggests that Netta herself may have leaked the explicit video for the attention of fans, a theory that aligns with their history of provocative stunts. The said video that was leaked was being circulated across X and Reddit, and it doesn't actually confirm that it was a video of Charles and Miss Netta. In fact, another user on X named @HighLifeRicoX has debunked the rumors of the video, making the rounds on the platform. His post read, "This video went viral. They said it was Charles and Netta." The post is actually quoting his previous post from April of 2022 when he first posted the said video on the platform, essentially blowing up any possible claims that it was truly their tape. The lack of concrete evidence, and also since no major outlet has confirmed the tape's existence, fans and haters are leaving the controversy inconclusive for now. But it has definitely reignited scrutiny of the tactics used by Charles and Miss Netta. This alleged leak is a stark departure from their family-friendly cooking content, raising questions about how they veered so far from their roots. Their journey began with simple, relatable skits that celebrated domesticity and cultural pride, but their hunger for relevance led them down a path of increasingly desperate measures. This tape rumor, whether true or fabricated, fits their pattern of exploiting personal moments for clout. From oversharing financial struggles to staging arguments, they went from cooking salmon to this, one ex-user lamented, while another captured the disbelief perfectly by saying, "The downfall of Miss Netta and Charles is crazy, because they came online being a loving couple sharing a good home-cooked meal, and now they're arguing on live streams and going back and forth in videos after Twitter got involved. It is insane." This tweet goes to show just how far Charles and Miss Netta have strayed from their original content and the original plot as they keep on looking for desperate fame. Charles' role in their dynamic adds another layer of complexity. His passive demeanor, often described as disgruntled, has fueled speculation that he's with Netta for her platform rather than love. A clip from a 2024 live interview with Tia and Carlissa where he appeared bored while Netta ranted, went viral. After a while, he asked her to shut up, a move that didn't go down well with Miss Netta nor the hosts of the show, as they made sure to check his attitude immediately.
Shut up.
Shut up. Yeah, hold up, boy. Nigga, please. Man, all that.
Listen.
This is abuse.
I want everybody to listen.
That's abuse. Don't
Listen,
torture all y'all
listen.
getting shit or something. You
Anyway, listen.
This ain't, you know, Cassie's over here.
Y'all don't listen. No, nobody listens. She's the
Now,
only one that, she's the only one that's in there listening.
You gotta listen.
Ain't no shut up. You don't tell no woman to shut up.
There's also a lot of talk about their lack of affection, and one fan claims that Charles is only affectionate with Miss Netta when he's drunk and wasted, pointing to comments like where he is at all over her, hugging and holding her as they dance, a move which is a stark distance from what we see when they're together and he's sober. Miss Netta tried to counter that by responding with a new video of her and Charles where he's flirting with Miss Netta as she tries to eat her lunch. But even in that video, which is a big stretch from what's the norm in their relationship, Charles doesn't seem as affectionate as he was in the video where he was drunk.
Woo! Nothing made me steal that. Nothing made me want to steal that piece. Just want to shark. Just come in like a shark. Just.
That what you want to know? I want to make the chicken crunchy.
Let's see.
What you think it's crunchy? Let me think. It feel like it's crunchy. Ooh, boy. I'm gonna bite that piece right down. Let me think. Boy.
More bad.
Let me see.
Look at that.
Whoa! That's the bomb. That is good.
Okay.
I gotta get that one up on these Brussels sprouts. Oh. They sweet so good. And going with the sweet potato cornbread. What's feel? Hot.
These incidents, combined with rumors of infidelity, have led some to question his commitment, with one Reddit user speculating he's just riding her coattails. Charles' attempts to carve out his own path, including managing his own TikTok page and undergoing ab-etching surgery to emulate rappers like Drake, suggest a desire for independence. But his efforts have been overshadowed by Netta's dominance. And while Charles has been working on himself and getting better, Miss Netta's also been working on herself and her appearance too. Last year, she went and got herself a pair of veneers that cost more than $1. And most recently, she's been visiting a clinic to get rid of her pimples and black spots on her face. The treatment, which is a much longer process, has shown some significant differences on her face as revealed by a fan on TikTok. There are now fewer spots, and the massive ones that used to look like face craters are no longer visible. A sharp contrast to the success of her facial treatment has been their music venture, particularly the 2023 release of their single together, Growing, which was another misstep and a huge flop. The song was marketed as a celebration of their social media journey, and it was panned for its yelling delivery and simplistic lyrics. A video of them performing at what appeared to be a children's birthday party showed a disinterested crowd, with one fan trolling them by saying those kids just wanted cake. The failure of Growing highlighted their struggle to diversify beyond cooking content, with fans growing weary of their repetitive antics. But even the failures of their early singles wasn't enough to deter them from putting out another song out there. Barely a month ago, on the 1st of May, they put out the official music video of their song, Your Lunch Is Ready. The song by Miss Netta featured Charles and Rasta Ray, and the reception has not been as big as any of them would have hoped, with the music video still yet to reach 20,000 views. Their meet and greets, announced for cities like Nashville and St. Louis, were equally disastrous. A planned event at a Steak and Shake in Nashville was canceled after the restaurant denied knowledge of it. with Netta claiming haters had sabotaged their bookings by calling venues to label her racist. Similar events in North Carolina and other locations either failed to materialize or drew sparse crowds. These flops underscored their declining relevance as their audience dwindled from thousands to hundreds on live streams, which also explains why they would want to leak a rumor like having a tape, even if it's entirely false. The controversies have taken a toll on their mental and emotional well-being. Netta's live streams increasingly feature rants about haters, with her accusing critics of jealousy and sabotage. Charles, meanwhile, appears increasingly withdrawn, his once charming reactions replaced by boredom or frustration. Fans have noted his body language. Their public arguments, whether staged or genuine, reveal a partnership strained by the pressures of maintaining a public image.